Hello, good morning everyone, and welcome to my morning report for today, Tuesday the 16th of December, with me, Richard Perry, market analyst at Handtech Markets. Well, anyone who thought that these markets were going to settle down in the run up to Christmas would have had a significant wake-up call. Again today, more volatility, significant downside that we saw overnight in Asian markets. The European markets have started again with high volatility spiking around. They were considerably down at one stage, although the DAX has certainly recovered as the Eurozone PMIs have come out and helped to support that with a slight air of improvement in those numbers. But the significant move also today is seen on the dollar-yen chart with a huge breakdown of the key support. I will talk about that in my dollar-yen chart in a bit. And also in forex markets, we've had Russia overnight hiking interest rates by 6.5% to 17%, and that has also created significant volatility. I'll show you, first of all, stock market volatility remains incredibly high. The VIX spiking around, huge move on the VIX yesterday, higher and lower, considerably up, certainly from the volatility or the low element of volatility that we saw in November and early December. So volatility in these stock markets remains very high. Chart of the ruble, look at that. Yesterday, huge move higher on the ruble, on dollar ruble anyway, so that would suggest ruble weakness. And today the central bank in Russia, or overnight, they hiked interest rates significantly to 17% in an attempt to try and stave off inflationary expectations. And it certainly created a lot of volatility. Spike lower, down around 6% I think it was, on the dollar ruble, and then it's now back towards flat again. So huge volatility on that again. In terms of dollar index, not huge amount of volatility, but still weakness, I think, in this dollar index chart, and that's been reflected across the board in these forex majors that are strengthening against the dollar today. Also, the gold price finding a little bit of support, and I'll talk about that in my gold chart in a bit. We've got a huge amount of data out today as well. I've already talked about the PMIs. The PMIs we've had out overnight showed that China's slightly missing expectations and also falling into contraction mode as well on that flash PMI, down to 49.5. Under 50 means it's back into contraction mode. France actually showing a little bit of an improvement, just slightly missed expectations, but still it was up on last month, 47.9, so a very slight improvement, although still in contraction mode. But the big improvement came through from Germany, which jumped from 50 last month up to 51.2, which was ahead of the expectation as well. And in the light of the fact that we've got the German ZEW out today, German ZEW is economic sentiment out at 10 o'clock today. It's expected to rise again from 11.5 to 20. And that would be a second month in a row of rebound. And the German ZEW does have a very good indication for German growth. So maybe that suggests that German GDP is beginning to stabilise as well, and growth prospects are improving. What else we have today? Well, we've got the sterling inflation rate. We've got CPI at 9.30. That's not long in coming, and that's expected to be just slightly down from 1.3 to 1.2, so a continual move back in the inflation rate in the UK, and that would certainly not really help sterling to find any support. Although sterling's 20 pips up at the moment, the inflation rate could have an impact on that. And then into the afternoon, as I said, well, you first of all got the German ZEW at 10 o'clock, but then into the afternoon we've got the States with their housing data. You've got housing starts and building permits, both at 1:30. Both expected to come in around about 1.04, 1.06 million units. And then also we've got the flash manufacturing PMI for the US at 2:45 UK time, and that's expected to improve again to 55.2 from 54.7. So a lot going on, a lot that could impact the volatility on these charts, and that will take me straight into, I think, chart of the day, which is certainly the DAX, and what a move we've had in the last couple of days on the DAX. Into the close yesterday, we had from the high on Friday, which was on Thursday, we've had 500 points of downside and a huge move to the downside. And when are we going to find support on this DAX? Well, we've had an element of support coming in because we had further weakness at the open today, and it was into this band of support, you could argue, between 9,150 up towards 9,467. You could argue that's a band of support, but certainly the key low in that is 9,150. And we had a spike down, which has recovered in the early European session. We're only an hour and a half in now, but still it looks as though that's with these Eurozone PMIs coming out that have been supportive of the DAX, that the DAX has turned around on that, and certainly helped the FTSE as well, but the DAX significantly turning around. This could turn out to be a bit of a reversal candlestick, obviously incredibly early in the session, so it'd be far too early to call it. However, we might be finding a little bit of support finally on the DAX after some significant selling pressure. So you'd argue that today's low, 9219, is the initial support, and the resistance doesn't really come in until we sort of get back to the 9,580 area. So it's interesting that if it does start to go on the upside, there could be a significant rebound. I'd start to look out for sort of a move above today's high, which is 93. Sorry, just checking because my eyes are rubbish. 9383, 9384. So that would be a move to today's high. So you're only 20 or so pips off that at the moment. So this rebound in the DAX has been fairly positive, certainly in the last hour. And it's coming off the back of the RSI on the hourly chart getting very low, down to 18. But certainly you'd argue that at the moment this is it probably would still just be a bear market rally. However, from these rallies you do start to get obviously support formation coming, so it could be an early move. Anyway, I wish you good luck in your trading on the DAX today and on these markets. They're very volatile, so stay close to the news flow. I would, lots going on today that could impact these markets, but I wish you good luck in your trading, and I'll speak to you later. Thank you.